February 2026. The shadow of the Epstein files finally reaches the highest echelons of power. After years of evasion, Bill and Hillary Clinton are officially subpoenaed to testify before a special congressional committee. The air in Washington is thick with tension. This isn't just a hearing, it's a reckoning. For the first time, the power couple faces a direct confrontation with the ghosts of the past, under the threat of contempt of law. Outside the hearing room, the world is watching. Thousands of cameras flash like strobe lights in a dark alley. Protesters and supporters clash, while pundits debate the legality of the Epstein Transparency Act, signed by President Trump. Every news outlet on the planet is live. The public isn't just looking for answers. They are looking for a crack in the armor of a political dynasty that has dominated the globe for decades. The doors swing open. Bill and Hillary walk in, their faces masks of professional composure. But the noir lighting of the room tells a different story. Every wrinkle, every nervous glance is magnified. They take their seats before a panel of grim-faced interrogators. The silence is deafening. The microphones are live. This is the moment where the polished narrative of the 90s collides with the dark revelations of the 2020s. The interrogation begins with the flight logs. Mr. President, can you explain the 26 flights on the Lolita Express? The question hangs in the air like smoke. Bill Clinton leans forward, his voice a gravelly rasp. He maintains his long-standing defense. He knew nothing of the crimes. But the committee produces new, unredacted logs from 2026. The timestamps don't match his public statements. The first crack appears. The focus shifts to Little St. James. Hillary is asked about her knowledge of the island's social circle. She remains calm, her eyes cold as ice. I have no memory of these individuals, she repeats. But the committee reveals a recovered encrypted email from 2005. It mentions a private dinner on the island that was never disclosed. The noir tension rises. In this world, no memory is no longer an acceptable shield. Suddenly, the room goes dark for a digital presentation. A grainy audio file from the 2026 DOJ dump is played. It's an intercepted call from 2011. A voice sounding remarkably like Epstein mentions the Clinton insurance policy. The room gasps. The lawyers scramble to object, but the damage is done. The idea of insurance suggests a dark symbiosis that goes far beyond mere social acquaintance. The mask is slipping. Let's talk about Ghislaine Maxwell. The committee displays photos from the 2026 archive showing Maxwell at a private family event. The narrative that she was just a friend of a friend begins to dissolve. Hillary is pushed on the appointments Maxwell had at the White House. The defense is that they were routine, but the logs show late-night entries. In the world of noir, the night always hides the most dangerous secrets. Money leaves a trail, even in the shadows. The committee pivots to the foundation's donations. Millions of dollars from Epstein-linked entities. Was this a charitable donation or a fee for silence? The room erupts in shouting. Bill Clinton's face turns a deep red. He defends his life's work, but the ledger shown on the screen is cold and unforgiving. The philanthropy of the elite is being reframed as a global scheme. A senator brings up the PDF glitch of early February. We saw what was under the black ink, Hillary. Names of associates, offshore accounts, and programmatic meetings. The tension is at its breaking point. The Clintons realize that the digital fortress they built for decades has been breached by a simple technical error. The secrets are leaking out like oil in a harbor, polluting everything they once stood for. The final blow. The DOJ lead investigator enters with a locked briefcase. Inside, a hard drive found in a safe in Epstein's New Mexico ranch, decrypted only days ago. It contains high-definition footage from the entry hall of the island villa. The committee doesn't show the video yet, but they describe the contents. The color drains from Bill's face. The physical evidence is here. The era of denial is coming to a violent end. As the session ends, the Clintons walk out into a changed world. The noir aesthetic intensifies. The rain is heavier, the shadows deeper. They are no longer the untouchable leaders of the free world. They are characters in a tragedy of their own making. The internet is already on fire. The insurance policy didn't work. The truth, once buried in the sand of a private island, has been washed ashore by the tides of 2026. The hearing is over, but the investigation has just begun. What was revealed in that room will ripple through the 2026 elections and beyond. Is this the end of the Clinton legacy, or just the tip of the iceberg? Subscribe to GeoStrat as we continue to strip away the redactions of the most dangerous files in history. Tell us in the comments. Do you believe the truth is finally out? This is GeoStrat. No more secrets.